The single token gate. Mistral just abandoned the standard taxonomy of AI safety to release a 3 billion parameter model that treats content moderation as a single yes or no question. Released this week under an Apache 2.0 license, Shieldstral 1.0 discards the industry standard of training models to detect fixed harm categories. If you want a traditional guardrail model to understand a new deployment context, say allowing cybersecurity code but blocking malicious scripts, you usually have to retrain it. Shieldstral ignores categories entirely. It accepts a plain language policy query alongside the user's prompt or image, and generates exactly one token of output. And how it calculates that single token completely changes the math on inference costs. Policy as a prompt. The mechanism relies on a strict prompt template divided into 3 parts. An instruction setting the strictness, a yes or no query like, does this image contain physical violence, and the document being evaluated. Because Shieldstral is built on the Mistral 3B base and uses a pixel vision encoder, it analyzes the entire context in a single forward pass. It evaluates the text or image against your specific question and outputs either yes or no. By extracting the raw probabilities of those 2 tokens, operators can convert the output into a continuous safety score between 0 and 1, letting them adjust the strictness threshold without ever touching the model's weights. But the real advantage shows up in the benchmark comparisons. The VRAM Tradeoff. Shieldstral matches the performance of GPT-OSS Safeguard 20B on text safety benchmarks, despite being 7 times smaller. Emitting a single token drops latency to near 0. The entire model fits inside 16 gigabytes of versus RAM, running easily on one standard GPU or quantized for local execution via Llama CPP. This means multi-tenant applications can enforce different safety rules per user just by swapping the text query using one local checkpoint, which forces a broader realization about how we deploy moderation. The Real Implication. Shieldstral's single-token architecture turns content moderation from a static retraining cycle into a dynamic routing process. By shifting the safety policy to the inference prompt instead of the weights, developers no longer have to rely on heavy, generalized API filters that treat all contexts the same. Builders get the ability to self-host a highly capable, multimodal guardrail that respects data residency requirements while maintaining sub-second latency. For enterprise operators, this means the compliance layer can now sit locally inside a virtual private cloud, completely decoupled from the upstream generation model. The hardware requirement for context-aware, multimodal moderation just dropped to a single consumer GPU. Watch for major cloud providers to introduce inference time policy tuning on their own proprietary safety endpoints before the end of the year, just to compete with this open weights approach. Subscribe for more